Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. And welcome also to this second video in the Growing Together series. This series is focused on helping kids of all ages to start growing fruit, vegetables and flowers. So today I'm going to look at salad leaves. And these salad leaves are called Speedy Mix. And the good thing about salad leaves is that when you sow them, you'll sow them in a pot and then you can just sit that pot on the window ledge and the salad leaves will grow, and as they grow you can just cut some of the leaves out and eat some of the leaves and the salad will continue to grow. They sometimes call it cut and come again because you sow the seeds once and the leaves will grow, and you'll cut some of the ones, some leaves that you want to eat, leave the others to grow, and then you'll come back again and cut a few more, then come back again and cut a few more, and so on. So from one sowing of seeds you may well get 3 or 4 cuts of leaves. Okay, to grow salad leaves then you'll need a pot or some sort of container. Again, it could be like we used in the last video for pea shoots, it could be a plastic tub. The one I used was a tub that I had purchased grapes in. So it could be something like that, or if you've got a plant pot, that's super as well. So this one it's a terracotta pot, but it can be a plastic pot, that's absolutely fine as well. And this one is, oh, what size is it? So there's my hand and there's the top of the pot. That will give you an idea of the size. So I'm thinking it is probably 4 inches diameter there. You can use something a little bit smaller, you can use something a little bit larger. Basically the size of the pot will determine how much seeds you can sow and therefore how many salad leaves you're going to get at the end of it. So this is my pot. And I've already got some compost in there, just some multi-purpose compost, the same compost that we used last time. And I've gone through it and just made sure that there's not any bits in it. This is actually one I just noticed in the top, a sort of hard, well, squidgy sort of lump of compost that won't break down. So I'm just going to take that out because we want it to be as fine a compost as we can manage. And before I sow the seeds, I'm going to water the compost, make it wet. There we go. And while that's settling down, I'll show you again the leaves that I'm going to grow. It's these ones here. It's called Speedy Mix, and it's just a mix of different types of salad leaf. Some of them are green and some of them are almost purpley colour, so that should make for a nice salad. So I'm just opening the packet up, and I've already sown these in the past, so I've actually already ripped open the little bag inside the main packet. So I'm now going to just open it up again, and there's lots of tiny, now these are really small seeds, so I'm just going to pour some onto my hand. Actually, I would finish off this packet. And you can see they are rather small. Ooh. So the idea now is just to sprinkle the seeds on top of the damp compost, and then we'll put some more compost on top, and that is it. So I'm just going to take, there's a variety of ways of sowing seeds when they're this small. I'm just going to take a little bundle between my finger and thumb, and then I'm just going to gently drop them onto the compost while I move around a little bit so that the seeds are dispersed. Now, you don't have to worry about how many seeds you put in here. You can't really put too many in. So that's my third fingerful or thumb and finger full of seeds, and that's my fourth. So I'm going to leave it at that. and any spare you can just pop back into the bag. There we go, and I can use them again. So you won't really be able to see these. I can't even see them when I'm close up because they're little tiny, tiny seeds. But I'm just going to press down lightly, and what that will do is just make sure the seeds have got contact with the damp compost. And I'll just make sure I don't have any seeds left on my fingers after I've done that. And the last thing I'm going to do is just cover that with a little bit of compost. I just have got a little bit of compost here. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of compost on top, not too much. And what this does is it just protects the seeds and lets them, it keeps them moist while they actually germinate. And when they germinate, that means when they sprout and the plant starts growing, it will grow up through that small top layer of compost. So I'm just going to give that another little watering. You need to be careful with when you've sown small seeds, like the ones I've just sown there, because if you put too much water on at this point, it can make the seeds go deeper into the pot, and that makes it harder for them to grow. So just a light, because I've already watered the main part of the compost, then I put the seeds on, and then I put the little layer of compost on top. I just have to put a little light layer of water, or I need to use a little bit of water just to dampen the surface there, and that is me. So that's okay. Now I've sown the seeds, I'm going to do one more thing. I've got a bag here, a plastic bag. I'm going to write on this bag the date that I sowed the seeds. So today is the 27th of March, and I'm going to write on what seeds they are. So we have salad leaves, Speedy Mix, just like that. And I'm going to put the pot into this bag. Just like that, and I'm just going to get rid of the air, as much of the air as I can do, and then I'm going to seal the bag. So I now have a pot with my sown seeds in it inside this poly bag. And what that is going to do is it's going to keep some heat around the pot, and in particular the top of the compost, and it's going to keep the moisture in. As you leave this over a few hours, you'll actually see that there'll be droplets of water on the inside of the bag, because the water that I've used to water the pot, it can't go anywhere, it can't evaporate, it can't disappear, it's going to stay within this bag. And that actually helps to germinate the seeds. So the idea is I will now put this on a window ledge, and I will keep it in the bag. And I probably wouldn't have to water it at all, actually, because the moisture is being kept in. And when I see the seeds germinating, when I see little plants coming through the surface of the compost, I'll take the pot out of the poly bag and leave the pot on the window ledge. Okay, that's the salad leaves planted. But before I finish up this video, I would like to show you what is happening with my pea shoots. The pea shoots that I sowed about, well, it was 6 days ago actually. So let me just show you a short video I took earlier on today that shows you how my pea shoots are getting on. And what you can do is compare what your pea shoots are looking like compared to mine. So I sowed the peas for pea shoots on the 21st of March, and it's now the 25th of March. And if you look, you'll see that they're sprouting. Not too much to see, but you can definitely see the sprouts, which is great. So that has only taken 4 days. So I'm hoping over the coming days, we're going to see quite a lot of growth on these, and it won't be too long before actually I can take my first harvest of them and have them to eat. Okay, a couple of things before I finish up then. So remember, I hope that you have started a journal to record everything that you're planting. I talked about that last time as well. It's good just to get a notebook or some scrap paper and write down the date and what you've planted, and that just lets you refer back to it if you want to grow those things again. And you might also want to record in your journal when things germinate, when you first see the plants coming up above the surface of the earth, and then eventually when you harvest what you've sown. So because it really does, it makes a difference. You can look back and see what you've done, and it will help you learn from mistakes as well, because if something doesn't work, you can see what you did and then maybe change what you did the next time to hopefully make it work. Now, for those of you that are used to using YouTube and watching YouTube videos, you might have noticed that this video series doesn't let you put comments against the videos, and that's because the video series is aimed at children, and YouTube doesn't then let you have comments posted against the video, and that's fine. However, since this is something that I'm hoping it can be interactive, I thought it would be good to create some sort of forum where we can share photographs of what we're growing and ask questions and just generally find out how everybody is getting on growing following the videos that I've been posting. So to that end, I have created a Facebook page, a Facebook group, and I'll post the link to that on this video now, there or there, I'm not quite sure where yet, and I would love for you to join that Facebook group and, as I say, share photographs of what you're doing, how your pea shoots are coming on, hopefully how the other things that we're going to be growing in this series come on as well. And I think that's me then. For now, I will say goodbye and happy growing.